I think this is the time everybody's been waiting for. The world's just too crazy. The supply chains are just too messed up, and we don't know what's going on. I don't want to get into conspiracy theories or anything like that, or politics, but we're in a messed up time, and because of that, I think people are running to this as safe havens.
International Standard.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the one and the only. Who are you?
MK Bars.
MK Bars. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've seen any of my full stack videos, you will notice a large portion of my stack is poured silver. I was introduced to this addiction actually by Silver Slacker. Oh, look at that scarab. Oh my gosh. Woo! So I'm here to interview MK Bars and get his perspective on all things silver, the market, what he thinks about the crustacean nation, and let's just get into it. Are you ready?
Ready.
So my first question is, it's a pretty basic question, but a lot of people might not know who you are, and that's unbelievable to me, but they might not. So what's a quick 60-second, who is MK Bars, what do you do?
Wow. Just an average guy. What do? I pour silver for a living, have a foundry, and we make our own bars. We make our own molds. We make our own dyes. We do most of our art. We cast everything in-house. And we've gone into art bars, coins, and statues.
And you've had your silver everywhere, yeah?
Yeah, our silver is all over the place. We have a MK Australia, which is with the Coin Cousins on Instagram. They're MK Australia, and they distribute over in Australia. And we've shipped to a lot of countries and a lot of places in the U.S.
I mean, I've bought your silver from you. I bought it from Provident back in the day. I bought it from Atmex. I think I bought some of your silver even from JM Bullion. So, I mean, you've really hit the mainstream.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. But, yeah, we have some turtles at Littleton, and we have a large selection at bgasc.com, which is a company that's near us. And they have us do a lot of their custom work on poured things and stamp things. We're on eBay, obviously, and our website, and all over Instagram, and now YouTube and Facebook, and we just like to have a lot of fun and make new stuff, and that's what I do now. We have somebody pouring full time and pressing and stamping, and so I get to design all the time, which is really fun. Sometimes I'll pour and jump in, but we're growing. We're trying to grow more.
So let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's get into the controversy. Dun, dun, dun. The first question I really have for you is, what do you think of the current price action? I mean, I don't have a chart in front of me, but gold went way over 2,000 today. Silver was in the 27s. What's your opinion on that?
Well, I don't like it because it's more expensive. I just bought it 27 today.
Oh, man.
1,000 ounces. So, yeah.
Wow.
I have to, because I have to keep melting it and making product. So, what I think about it, I think it's kind of tough. It's tougher for everybody who's collecting. And once you sell it, you have to buy it back at a higher price. And I don't know if it's going to come down soon. I know a lot of friends that say it's just going to steadily go up to 50 and then to 100 and a couple hundred. But it's tough because there's a lot of people that I know, friends of mine, who make art bars and stuff, but also pour like that. That's the Locker Mint, Postal Express Mint. They pour. Well, Locker Mint pours, but a lot of people pour, and it's hard for them to keep up. I mean, I was fortunate enough to get into it, 5, 6, 7 years ago in my garage and start with 20K and then build it. But, 20K only buys you like 700 ounces of meltable silver right now. So it's tough.
And that's the number one thing with people is about poured silver. They're like, it's so much over premium, but poured silver is really, it's you can stack poured silver. I found poured silver at great deals in the past. But especially with the current market, it's really a work of art. It's really a collection. So you're going to pay a premium. And folks, when spot price is $27, you're going to be paying a premium over spot, just like when it was 17,
Yeah. We're paying premiums for this, just kind of similar, pretty much generic. I mean, it's not generic, but I mean, there's a bunch of them. And $4 over spot right now.
I saw Eagle on, I think, Atmex or one of these websites earlier today for 36.
Yeah, what's that? $9 over spot.
That's crazy.
So to get poured art for anywhere from like, I don't know, 18 to 25 over spot is nothing because they're limited runs.
Yeah.
These are handfuls of these things all day long for $4 over. If you need your weight to get your weight up, it's a good place, to be. But after that, to diversify into art and art bars and fun things, it's pretty neat.
Well, that's what I tell people all the time, MK, because a lot of the port silver I have from you is pretty much I only buy silver from you for the most part that's limited. And if you look at that stuff on eBay, I mean, you're going to recoup that premium, and I have. I'll admit it, I've flipped some of your pieces in the past, okay? But I've always done well on them, so people need to remember that just because you're buying over spot doesn't mean you're not going to get that premium back. But jumping into the next question is, with this current price action, do you have people trying to sell silver to you?
All the time, and pretty much I buy. I'm just buying as much as I can, and as close to spot as I can. I'm paying like I don't know if it was this video or the last video. I just paid $27 an ounce when it was at 26, so I paid $1 over easy.
Wow.
And I pay sometimes on grain to melt. I'll pay $2-3 over an ounce.
Wow.
Just to get it before I start. Yeah.
And so that's my next question then. So a lot of people are selling. Do you know, is there a bump in people buying? Is there a bump in demand?
Yeah, and I believe that's kind of why the price is going up. People can't get enough of it. And people think it's high, so they're selling. Oh, I'll take some fiat money. And then people are like, I don't want this fiat money. Let me go back into silver. So it's turning, and it's turning fast. Like if the dollar was to be turned over in the economy really quick, metals are turning fast. And you're having issues with the mints keeping up as well. Shutting down, limited production, and same thing with these small pours, and that just creates demand and it creates price fluctuations on the spread.
And you made a good point there. And if you remember, a while back, we saw premiums start to kind of pull apart and separate from the spot price. And guys, if you're watching this, you don't know this, the price for silver and gold is set in the paper market. However, when bullion dealers and people like MK Bars sell silver, they're adding a premium onto it. Even the U.S. Mint does it because they can't sell at spot. They need to generate a premium. However, we've seen that become quite disjointed to where the premiums are huge. And I believe that's based on a silver shortage from mines closing because of COVID, the mints and all this. So I guess the question is, MK, how has the silver shortage affected you?
Prices. I mean, I've raised my prices. I've had to twice now, and I've been buying all the way up from 12, 14, all the way up to 27. Earlier this morning. So, how's it affecting me? It's making it more expensive, and we still have wages, we still have workers, and we still have rent. I mean, I don't do it out of my house anymore. We do it out of our foundry. And insurance, liability insurance, stuff like that. So everything's going up, including the price of silver. So it does make it hard. But the hard thing for me to see is a lot of the smaller guys aren't going to be able to buy and pour much anymore.
Yeah.
Because they just, the price has gone up so much that when they're pouring 20 pieces, now they're pouring 10.
Or the premiums are going to be like $40 over spot or something.
I think so. I just noticed at one of the sites that the premium between buy and sell is about 10 cents. I just saw like 18 or 19 cents. I'm like, oh wow, for between the buy side and sell side on spot. So I was like, that's interesting. This is a deepening spread. So yeah, I think that's going to go up.
And the more hype that gets into silver, we're just going to see a thinner and thinner market. You know where I've been doing well right now, MK? Getting low premiums is buying third party on like Facebook and stuff. But the only reason I trust that is because I have my Sigma, If I didn't have my Sigma Metalytics Pro, I would be worried because there's so much fake stuff floating in the market. I get comments like almost every day about people getting taken.
Yeah, I just got 44 of these the other day when I was in Utah on vacation on a Facebook page, and I do the same thing as you on Facebook pages. And yeah, you got to check it all with your Sigma, then you melt it, and after you pour it, we spot check every batch. It's from the same coins or same people, and you got to. There's going to be a lot more fakes that are out there now because it's like easy money for the crooks.
And they're all coming from China. China.
Oh yeah. Well, that's kind of easy to spot because all these strange companies, it's the deal's too good to be true. So spot's 27, they're selling for 25. Well, that's an instant giveaway. But some of these guys are pretty damn good, and you'll pay the price for it. And you'll find out that it's not even real, even with slab coins. So you got to be careful.
Yeah, and
know who you're dealing with.
And you know who Yankee Stacking is, right?
I do.
Yeah, there you go. So I actually put out a video, MK. They were using his bars. Yeah, there you go. A-okay. They were using his video bars. They're using his videos on their fake commercials on Instagram. They're selling fake silver, and they stole a bunch of his footage, and they left the watermark and everything in there.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Everybody, we're opening ourselves up to be emulated. I mean, that's scary. That's crazy. That's not good. Honestly, I could replicate anybody's work, and I don't, obviously, but it can be replicated. It's not that hard. And I never went to school for this. So I just kind of self-trained. But it's easy to replicate somebody's stamp. So we make these stamps, in our shop. It's easy to replicate a picture on a coin, on a bar. So you just got to really be careful. Know who you're dealing with. If you can't get a Sigma, make sure you test everything. If not, know who you're dealing with.
And someone was telling me, before I get to the next question, someone left a comment the other day, this is why silver will never take off because it's too easy to counterfeit. And my comment back to that person was, well, by your mentality, there should be no Gucci, there should be no Prada, there should be no BMWs, there should be, because stuff gets counterfeited all the time. So you're just going to have to learn to deal in that atmosphere. Let me ask you the question that everyone is probably watching this video to know. MK Bars, the man, the myth, the legend, tell us, where will silver be by the end of the year? Hashtag disclaimer, he's not a financial advisor. This is on his own opinion only. Please don't act on it.
This is just for fun and games.
What do you think? What's your gut prediction?
I believe it's going to be between 30 all the way up to 40 by end of the year. 40, 38.
I think it's going to break 50.
You think it's a break? You may well be right.
Now, here's what I'm looking for, MK Bars, and I'm hoping I haven't overcommitted myself to this. But the next stimulus should be happen here in the next week to two. And about a month ago, I said that when spot got it in the 22s and 23s, maybe that's 3 weeks ago. I don't even know. It's crazy right now. But my prediction was with the next stimulus that there would be a momentary pullback. I was hoping into the high teens. Now I'm just hoping it breaks 20. And that's my plan when to go in and buy a bunch. And Yankee Stacking, some other folks are thinking similar things. Do you think that's possible? Or do you think the shortage is just so crazy that even if the paper market pulls back, the physical is just still going to be crazy high?
Yeah, I think the second, and when I saw your video on that, when I thought about it after I saw your video, I think it was around 23, 24, and I was telling everybody because the small guys that are pouring the MK, what's going on? I can't afford to keep, buying at this. I said, I think it's going to do one pullback to around 20, and then it's going to, steadily just go on the incline for a long time. So, I'm in the second camp, the similar camp as you, but I don't think it's going to stay there too long at 20. And I think if it even does now, it's too late. So your prediction, you may get 50, but it may pull back from 50 to 42 or something, then zoom back up. So it's hard to say. That's the beauty about being an economist. You can always say, well, nothing's etched in wood or whatever. It's nothing's in stone. Sorry, it's not concrete. So your guess is as good as mine. And half the economists are wrong and half of them are right on any given subject. It's like flipping a coin. It's 50-50. It's going to go up. It's going to go down.
And here's the thing why I still feel confident in this prediction, because if you look at any of the charts, gold and silver have gone so parabolic, it's not healthy. Things don't go 90% up, 90 degrees up. Usually you want to have nice, healthy pullbacks, higher highs, higher lows, and consolidation. And that hasn't occurred. So I'm still holding out hope. And if it happens, MK, I'm back in the truck up.
Yeah, it'll happen, but it's going to be so quick. It's you load up the tank if you go down $4 or $5 an ounce.
And I think the place to load up is going to be the private buys on Facebook and all that. I don't think it's going to be with your AtMex or your JM Bullion or any of these places. You're going to have to be creative to get it.
I think so. A lot of your Facebook pages, your silver miners, your silver bugs, gold bugs, all that stuff. That's the place to get it, because people are moving it so quick to the smaller guys, and they make the market in between these big sellers, and they get 100 of this, 500 of that, and they turn right away. So that's where you're going to get your deals, because they're turning it so quick. They work on volume. So, maybe want to do a video for your viewers on that, where to find them. I think you did, kind of.
I kind of did, yeah, but I probably need to make a better one. And that leads me into my last question, because I know you're a busy guy. I know you've got some silver to make. I remember before this, you said you were going to make me some silver bars at $15 below spot. So I thank you for that. No, I'm kidding. So here's the last question. Is this it? Is this the time for silver that we have all been waiting for, or do you think we're just being faked out and it's coming in the future?
Again, don't hold me to it, but I think this is the time everybody's been waiting for. The world's just too crazy. The supply chains are just too messed up, and we don't know what's going on. I don't want to get into conspiracy theories or anything like that, or politics, but we're in a messed up time. And because of that, I think people are running to this as safe havens, and I think they're worried about the fiat money and the reset of our currency at our banks, and the change that's happening. We don't have change. Pretty soon there's going to be, we don't have dollars. $100 will be taken out of circulation.
Or it's going to be, it's too dangerous because it's infected with virus.
They already tried that. When I first went to the bank, I wanted to take money. Well, you have to make an appointment. I said, well, what? What's going on? He goes, well, we don't want to touch the money, because of the coronavirus. So they've already done that. It just hasn't been widely pushed. But it's crazy. I don't know what's going on, but there's so much turmoil. There's too much unrest and too much uncertainty that in uncertain times, that's when people flee to. They flee to hard assets.
And, just the other day I said, we just had the pandemic of the century since 1918, We just, we're having economic issues that are only going to get worse. We're having record-setting stimulus, and we're going to have an election that's contested no matter which way it goes. So I'm going to continue stacking it as high as I can for as cheap as I can. Yeah, crazy times.
Gotta find another place to put your money. If you have all your money in a bank, not earning any interest, that's not a good thing. So diversify, and whatever you do. It's like I don't just have my wife, I have 20 other women.
MK Bars, since I was such a big fan of yours, when was the first time you ever heard of me? Did you just find a random video, or was it me emailing you, or when was it?
No, I found a random video. Just when I was starting on my YouTube channel, I don't remember what year. I wasn't very active with it, but I came across one man walking in the desert. Remember this? I was like, wow, that's kind of cool. Who is this? Who is this scary dude that never shows his face? And then you called me up and we kind of met, and that was kind of cool.
Well,
but I saw you was just random, just on YouTube, just kind of was in my feed because of what I do in metals. You were in my feed.
Many people don't know this, but the first silver bar I ever poured was the MK Bars, and I hope I can come back next time I'm in town and we can do some more videos.
Anytime, brother. You're always welcome.
Well, I'm flying back to California in 9 days, so I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
And I'll be there. I don't have another vacation for a while, so see you in a couple of weeks.
Anything else you want to tell the viewers before we close out this interview?
Just stay safe, stay healthy, have fun, try to detox and not stress out so much, and collect your metals. Stack up. All right? Be safe.
You guys, MK Bars with a Z, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, website.
With a Z, that's when you meant like Zorro.
Yeah, with a Z. So,
one man making a big Z.
One man making. How are we gonna end this, MK Bars? Do you know how?
CYOTD.
CYOTNO. Catch you on the next one.
TNO. Catch you on the next one, boy.
All right, thanks, brother.
Crustacean Nation.
Woo!
one stacker on a journey to find silver. International Stacker.